at the start now. The inside gate is being taken by the man in yellow and black, Paul Evans. Next to him in blue is going to be Paul Clark. In white, it's Doug Wyer. So Paul Clark in the middle of a Birmingham sandwich there. He's going to make a good start here. Well, Wyer's made the gate off the outside. Clark challenging in second place. And while he commits himself to getting past Wyer, that could give the chance for Evans, but no, Clark slots into second place. This will be important for Eastbourne because this will mean Birmingham can't use any more tactical substitutes, and the Eagles will still have a lead, albeit reduced to 4 points. Paul Clark then lying second behind the man in white, Doug Wyer. Paul Evans knowing he really must get through for that second place if Birmingham are to have any realistic chance. Because rider replacement does put a strain on men and machinery, but one or two of the Birmingham riders seem to be coming good as the meeting progresses. Certainly Paul Evans is one of those. They do have to give Lyndon Warner a second ride, I think you'll find, along the way. He's only had the one so far. Not too sure on that point. Of course, in the British League, it's a different thing, with 3 rides being the minimum, which does cause incredible problems at times. So going into the turn, if Paul Clark can get past, it's going to be important. In the meantime, the man in yellow and black has broken down. Now that's the key point, he just made it. The reason for that is that if he'd been lapped, he would have been excluded. So the winner in white was Doug Wyer, second in blue Paul Clark. In the meantime, Paul Evans has to push all 330 yards of this Arlington circuit for the third place point. Now, had he been caught by those 2 riders before going across the start-finish line, he would have been deemed to have been retired after being lapped. You're not allowed to be lapped in speedway racing. And so he's got to push all the way around now to get that third place point and turn a 3-2 into a 4-2. Of course, being overtaken now after the race doesn't matter. But he had to make it across that white line before the other 2 riders got there. He can't have any help whatsoever and has a 3-minute deadline from the start of the race to getting that bike around for the third place. And you just think about it, the heat here, it must be in something like the 80s here at Arlington. That's not an easy job, and when you think that this is Paul Evans' 4th ride of the day already inside the space of 9 heats, you can understand that the pressure is very much on the Birmingham reserve. Well, I think Paul would be wishing for a bit of ice at the moment. Mind you, imagine trying to do that on an ice track. You need some spikes in your steel shoe as well as on your tyres. But Paul Evans is going to make it, I think, and I think you can also guess what's going to happen when he gets over the line. He just makes it. The ticker tape flies off the terracing as the 3-2 becomes a 4-2. So 4-2 to Birmingham with that heroic display by Paul Evans.